What is up, runners? I think it's been a good week this week, so I want to start off with a little bit of marathon news. Not a ton of things, but once again, the marathon Steam database has been updated. There was a massive update that affected many, many games, marathon included, so it's probably inconsequential, but hey, we take what we can get here for marathon news. But also this week in the Destiny update, they added a marathon themed emblem for special offers, which usually means something like a pre-order or a stream code, a Steam code, or some kind of ARG code that's been added to the game. This could be something that they're going to release soon. It could point to an upcoming, marathon reveal potentially in the next 3 weeks, since Act 3 doesn't come out for another couple weeks. But since some of the things kind of leaked into this act, it could be an Act 3 thing. But realistically, it feels more like an Act 2 thing than an Act 3 thing, because the Act 3 things were really incomplete when they came in. So potentially in the next week or two, we might see some marathon news, or we might have a API leak or an ARG come through. People in Jake's Discord have been working on potentially a little ARG action, or it could just be nothing. We're not really sure yet, but they are working on some code that's in the emblem. As for our little weekly review of what went on this week, we did do streams on Sunday, Tuesday, and Saturday this week, as well as we hung out with Jake on Monday playing some Hunt Showdown. So on Sunday, we did have a good time playing Tarkov with Jake. We're getting really close to level 3 traders, so potentially finishing that off tomorrow. As well as on Monday with Jake, we played some Hunt, which was a great time shaking off some of that rust. Tuesday, we saw Destiny 2's Heresy Act 2 launch. Got to play the Guardian Games boss rush mode, which was okay, a little bit on the easier side, even on expert. So I think it could be made quite a bit harder, but as a limited time mode with potential class lock like all Hunter, all Titan, it was pretty fun, and I could see it being entertaining for a couple of weeks before it goes away again. But I would love to see that kind of taken back and brought up to the level of Pantheon when we had the raid kind of gauntlet last year. I think that would be really fun to have a harder mode for this activity. But also on Saturday morning, which was right before we started recording this, we played a lot of Bounty Clash today and Hunt, enough so that I think we even made a profit. We had some really good gunfights, but I generally am having a hard time with the menus still. The menu changes have been a pain in my butt the entire time we've been playing. I don't like how it looks. I don't like where they moved a lot of things. And some of the changes they've made have been a bit weird. I'm not a fan of bullet drop still, and trying to snipe with that is a pain, but I had a lot of fun shotgunning in. We did a lot of shotgunning, a little bit of rifling, but enough to make some money, and I think we hit a lot of good clips, so that'll be fun to go through and try to make some highlights of soon. Hopefully, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I'll see what I can do with that. As for this upcoming week, we're going to keep going on with the streams, and I'm going to keep kind of the same times. So on Sunday, tomorrow, from 6 to 10 a.m., we're going to go live with some Tarkov again. Tuesday night, from 7 to 10 p.m., we're going to do some more Destiny 2. And then next Saturday, from about 9 a.m. to 12 p.m., I want to play some Dark and Darker this week. It's been a while since I've played some Dark and Darker, so we're going to be basically going in fresh. And I believe it's the start of their wipe, so I'm going to be going in against people who have been playing for a little bit longer and have some levels on them. But it shouldn't be too much trouble. I generally don't run into a lot of people playing Dark and Darker, so it'll be pretty chill. And I think if you haven't played Dark and Darker, it'll be a good time for you to experience that and see what that game's about as a D&D inspired extraction shooter. I'm still working on what video I want to really put out next, but for now, I would like to still chat with you guys. And in the comments below, if you guys are, wanting to talk about Marathon, I kind of want to talk about utility and what kind of things we might see in terms of that in Marathon. I'm thinking things like flashbangs, smoke grenades, stun grenades, tacticals in something like COD, or abilities that you might see in a hero shooter, or things like Counter-Strike, right? All these things that don't count as your guns. They're not specifically lethal. I don't really want to talk about like frag grenades, but things that would be more benefiting you in a gunfight than directly getting you a kill. I want to know what you guys want to see in Marathon and what you guys think about that. So leave that down below, and I will see you guys again soon.